try to trade you, and yeah.
Too far away?
No use initiating something.
Ah, okay. Thanks, Cad.
No problem.
Should be the last time I have to bugger you for potions. I can should be able to make my own at this point.
Have you got a decent macro for that, for crafting them?
Yeah, I have a macro that I can have reuse with my stats.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't bother with reuse.
It saves me alchemics. That's
I
a few extra
suppose.
pots each time.
The problem is the most expensive part isn't the alchemics. It's the aether sand.
Good
Plus save
thing I have
something.
nothing to do but gather ether sand
Hmm.
at this point, since I don't need to level crafters anymore. And it's like, what, 20 minutes every hour? Too bad.
Let's see how streaming on YouTube goes. It's already much higher quality.
Ooh. By the way, do you need cunning craftsman syrups?
I have a shed load. I think I've been providing the market almost solely. Not many people actually buying them because they can get out of NQs.
I may have crafted too many high quality because I was crafting them for the wrong macro.
How many?
69?
Yeah, sell them on the market boards. People buy them up.
I might keep them. I don't know what macro I was. I'd have to check what macro I was making for. I think it was one for the 35 durability ones. Split bonus, that's bonus. Yeah, it was for 35 durability for specialists, which I need with my stats. So I might just keep them.
That's the point, I haven't seen what this mount looks like yet. Mechanical Cardian, but different, I guess. Is that stuff on my end? Holy shit, that's a lot of encoding lag. I know what it is. Perhaps if I limit to 60 frames. Well, that's loaded to, yeah.
Looks like he overslept again.
Needs more alarm clocks.
I mean, I know the feeling.
It happens. I mean, fuck, even I've done that at one point, I think, and I don't run as nearly as much as some of you lot.
I mean, there's been a couple times where I've woken up over the years and been like, is it time for raid yet? Look at my phone and there's like 50 notifications there. He's in the login queue now, so should just be a minute.
Game on!
Make sure you repair and have food in pots.
Still want me northwest for the first Earthshakers.
Up to Charlotte.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I came in late. This fucking job been working fucking overtime the whole entire week, dude.
It's alright, I've done it before. I was saying that there's been times where I've actually slept all the raid because things happen.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened like right after the 22nd because like I'm still a temp. I have to listen to what the hell they say.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
That was weird. Even though my headset was plugged in, it was coming out of my phone. Alright, I'm good now.
Game on!
Shah, did you want me northwest for the first Earthshaker again?
Oh,
First, no, I'm doing on summoners. Pretty good.
Alright, I'll go back to C.
Oh, I'm ready, sorry.
And you know you still have south, right?
Yeah.
Tank stance.
Charlotte?
I completely brain
Jump
farted.
off.
Oh my god. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Christ.
Well, now you're awake at least.
I... This fight is one big giant mess in my head, so I apologize.
Getting a lot of frame drops.
Alright, I'm still card down.
Under.
Deer in 5. Deer in 5.
Ones are going up.
Deer in 5.
Sides.
There.
Dodge jihad and use your knockback immunity. Shake is next.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
These flares are gonna go off instantly.
Vala has Via.
Eyes and Orbis, it will be coming
Deer
from
in
the B
5.
corner.
Deer off.
Eye going off in 5.
Probably should have had you and Michael sort who's healing who for that.
Buddies. And Protean.
Follow the headwind.
In.
Deer in 5.
Second part should be up for now.
Deer in 5.
Ignore the flares, watch what the hand is doing. Use your knockback immunity.
Deer in 5.
Stack is going out, you can start throwing out mitigation.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Eyes left and right, okay. Loop in
Deer
between.
in 5.
Flares going off in 10.
Deer off.
Make sure you look away if you're on the outside.
If you had a flare, don't get hit by fire.
Buddies.
Buddies. Into your puddles and stay spread for Protean right after.
Chaos is out.
Deer in
Yeah.
5.
Chaos asides first, yes. Sides under clock.
Next one will be under, then clock, then sides.
Deer in 5.
And sides.
Sure. Sure. Getting shot.
I use my same indication.
Deer in 5.
Random cycle. Sides, under, then clock,
Deer off.
under, and then clock.
getting range of cure 3.
Deer in 5. Deer off. Deer in 5. Deer off.
One less death or less damage stacks. Michael's not in here, by the way, Vala, so you need to.
Oh, okay. Thought you was, sorry.
Game on.
Deer in 5.
In.
Under.
Deer off.
Puddles.
I'll switch to CPU encoding because this is getting way too laggy.
Deer in 5.
Careful you don't get doubled, Vala. Kirby, don't break up time.
I'll watch out.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Right. Dodged ahead and into the hitbox. Dodged ahead and use your knockback immunity. Earthshaker next.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Last will be instant. Eyes on Shada, it will be coming from A corner. Now ones are going off. Eye going off in 5.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Next will be Buddies, followed by Protean.
Follow them in.
In. Second part should be up about now.
Deer in 5.
Ignore the flares, watch what the hand is doing.
Deer in
We
5.
need to go to west side.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Eyes left and right away. Flares going off in 10. Look away from the middle if you have a flare. Don't get hit by fire if you had
Deer
a flare.
in 5.
Buddies. Puddles. And stay spread for Earth Shakers.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Remember for the guillotine last, you're on the sides, you can move out early if you want after the slice goes out.
Deer in 5.
First cycles happening, sides. Under, and then clock.
Under clock sides.
Getting raised.
Deer in 5.
Next cycle will be random. Sides, under, clock.
Hots again, if you haven't.
2, 3.
Deer in 5.
I think we got it. So, come on. Nice.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
Deer in 5.
Does Albus want a screenshot with the chest?
Sure.
Deer
I
off.
don't know if that's your thing. And it's only one chest.
I mean, sure. It's our first clear.
The real question is now we're in suspense as to which chest.
Hmm.
Get it.
I'm just gonna switch the encoding on the stream a second.
It's like some weird timer thing or some DPS thing.
Probably DPS.
Don't know if they've coded rotational and there's a timer issue.
So what do you guys
Alright,
think? Is it the 1 drop box or the 3 drop?
You
Please
know
be
which
the
one
free
it's gonna
drop.
be.
Oh, they're both
Oh,
2 drops.
they're 2 drops. Okay.
What the hell is that?
That actually makes sense. Kind of nice. Okay, so let's see. Hands would be Vire. He's the only one done best in slot. And then tanks and healers. Do any of you guys have a thing to upgrade? A belt or accessory?
I do have an accessory,
No.
yes.
No, I don't. I'll just pass on.
You're lighting up, Sharda, but I'm not hearing anything. Are you saying something?
No.
Okay.
Probably
So-
backup.
Then Vala can take the coding.
I
Then Fire, you allotted the hands yet? Would have been nice to get the tombstone, but
next
Yeah.
week.
Next week.
Who cares about the tombstone? We fucking cleared.
tombstone would make it easier to clear next week.
I know. Shut up.
All right.
So you'll know to upgrade this.
I'm gonna be honest. That one is actually the hardest one to do well of the 4 fights.
Yeah. I can't believe it.
There's a lot of
I
healing off and
Fucking.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the heads, this fight would be so much better.
if it
That's
weren't for
the
the
most
heads, it'd be
garbage
pretty much
thing.
training dummy.
I don't know. They're still not getting baited by the delayed mechanics.
I should probably add my to that. Leviathan is a lot slower of a fight. It's like really just knowing what you're doing and paying attention to the currents. Titan is, I don't want to say he's easy, it's just, it all comes down to really knowing what you're supposed to do with what marker. There's a lot of stuff that's hard to call out every single thing, so it's like, people just need to know stuff.
It's
That's it.
whatchamacallit. Thingy X again. Neo X Death. Forgotten the bloody mechanic names.
Oh, fuck you.
Honestly, not even Neo X stuff.
You mean Grand Cross?
That's it. As in,
Alpha.
you get a bunch of shit and you need to do what you need to do with it.
No, not really. You just get a marker over your head. It's yellow, orange, and blue, and at any given time,
yeah.
where you go based on that is the thing.
Alright.
Let me guess, orange is the knockback?
No, orange is you stack.
I'll be right back.
Red is you need to be in a thing by yourself, I believe.
Yellow is you need to be a thing by yourself.
Yeah, it's
And blue
basically-
is you make everything around you.
Yeah. It's basically say hi to books from Halicarnassus again.
I like telekinesis.
Yeah, that fight was really fun.
Mm.
I liked you guys' reaction when I told you there's my Jack dive bomb.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
The first half of Delta Escape was really forgettable to me.
I don't know. I really liked the testicle.
I like the third turn. I love it.
The up and down thing was kind of cool.
Sim escape. I don't want to think about it.
And yeah, what Vire's saying in that. We had one where the healers died at like 15% and I just clemency flexed it. Clear.
Clearly, for 6.0, you need to get an AoE heal.
That's what Kelly does, Vire. She's always a dangerous one. I laughed at when we started one on Tuesday, and Dame and Soken were like, "We're gonna stack again, right?" Yeah, and then Callie stacked with them too. But yeah, Leviathan is just a lot of dodging left and right. And then the Tsunami looks really intimidating because you get like 5 different debuffs, but you only have to care about one of them. And the rest just work themselves out.
It is.
What do you say, Elvis?
It is nice.
What is?
Yeah, I need.
Oh, the only needing to look one thing.
Yeah, no caring. I mean, also that both my groups cleared on the same day. Technically, for me at least, in time zones.
Okay, let's see if everybody's back now. We've been in the midst of an AFK chain.
After a couple of rounds of levy, I'll change this again.
Actually, I should go red mage for first day so that we have raises while people are learning.
Let's see if this works better. I was getting a shitload of drop frames on the encoder.
Oh, dirty.
So we have.
I might be able to get somebody in 30 minutes.
Probably ask Sage if she's around, if she wants to come for 30 minutes.
Solo's still AFK.
Game on.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
My dad wanted to talk to me and shit.
Alright, Maru's gonna come once Furby needs to head out. Let's try not to do any more AFKs now, so the chain can end.
Game on.
Reserving server, the fuck is this? Too many people queuing for stuff.
Been doing that on a regular basis. Just like even if you try to log in at like 2 a.m. in the morning, it's still a thing.
Sometimes it's server, sometimes it's the duty finder. It's the Sometimes it's the world server, sometimes it's the duty server.
I kind of figure they're just intentionally bottlenecking it at this point. If you're getting login queues at that time. Okay, so the places I'm gonna mark, we're gonna be using for stacking certain things, and then
Fun.
where the arena breaks. I don't know where pugs mark, like usual.
What's this poke strat thing you speak of?
Got like 22 static flowers in these bugs.
It's those strats where they fuck the DPS, the tank can get 1 extra GCD.
And then wonder why they die to the nails phase and rage.
Okay, so we're gonna be in 2 groups, which are, it'll be based on whether you were B or D letters. So, like, my group is whoever was on the BD side. So me, Michael, Albus, and I think Furby. And then Solo, Vala, Albus, or not Fire, and Sharda on the west side. That will be for when we have to split up and spread stuff. We're gonna have to spread stuff from front to back, and that order is gonna go the melee, the tanks, the healer, then the range. And that'll be like the third thing he does, but for starters, he'll raid wide, and then tank buster, you can immunity it. It's the same as the Eden tank buster. You have to, if you're doing it without immunities, you have to swap during the cast bar. It's probably best to immunity the first, second, split the third, and then immunity the fourth. You won't be able to do all 4. But let's get some pulls in while Furby's here.
Game on.
What the team buzzer called again?
Rip Current. It'll mark you with like an orange thing.
Okay.
Still on AoE, by the by.
What'd you say?
Is it still a line AoE?
Yep, still a line. And it shoots twice, that's why you need to swap. If you're not using immunity. It's not a very wide line, so don't feel the need to run super far from the party. We will both tanks need to be first and second on. So you need tanks.
Deer in
Forgot about
5.
that. It's not like normal mode where it just automatically targets both tanks.
Deer off.
Okay, this tidal wave is delayed. Do not pop your immunities yet. He's gonna break the outside. Pop your immunities after this. So now, and come up front with me. Going to the right side. and then go back towards the front of this hitbox. And then we're going to spread to our sides like I talked about after these AoEs go on the ground. Do not place them all the way forward, just heads up left.
Deer in 5.
I knew that was the game. Oh, I'm surprised.
Deer off.
Now he does the first Maelstrom. So you can cheese the fuck out of this when both healers are alive and healthy. So for now we'll have to actually do it. The first one always comes from north. So we're west, and then the other one comes from the side. And north.
Oh, I see what's going on. Okay,
Oh.
that's true.
Those heavies.
It's a, okay, got you.
So next up he's gonna do, I don't remember what he does now. Kirby needs second hate. Oh yeah, this. So here I think everybody's gonna die, but. So yeah, the only debuff anybody cares about is that line that Vala got. Everybody see it?
I'm assuming that one of the
Yeah.
and
It's just the icon for it is just a straight line on your debuff bar. Okay,
the
so
dogs are AoEs around them. Then.
Which
there's,
side am I again?
you're the east side with me.
Okay.
Okay, so for spreading out those, okay, so the currents, he's gonna cleave like diagonally, right? So if you're up front, you can dodge one. You can dodge them either in the front or in the ranged people will want to be dodging in the back because you're already back there during some of them. So I'm gonna avoid calling left and right and just call to check the currents. So like if you're up front and he's doing from the B, you would go left. If you were in the back, you'd be right. Does that sort of make sense?
Yeah.
So if you're in the back, follow what side he's on, but you can do the opposite.
Yeah, pretty much. He's gonna be cleaving from one corner to the next.
Okay.
And if I'm calling left or right and I'm up front, then it could confuse people in the back. So I think it's best if I just call for you guys to look at it.
Is this the first time they've actually required you to use knockback immunity?
You're not required to use knockback community.
It's tight. You can get away without
Yeah,
using it, but yeah.
You can, but it's also going to be up for every single title wave. So there's no real reason not to use knockback immunity.
Okay, I thought the knockback was bigger than that small chunk that's left of the platform.
No. So after that current, when we stack back towards the front of this hitbox, we have to spread out the AoEs, right? Make sure you're not placing an AoE all the way at the front or back, because later on they're going to drop puddles of shit on the. If you do that, you won't be able to dodge. So make sure there's space there. And then let's do another poll so that people are actually alive for the tsunami. Oh, the maelstrom. So like the puddle only does like 10 to 20k a tick. So you can actually just stand in the middle, eat the puddle damage if we get one there, and just move 1 or 2 steps in whatever direction you need to. It sounds really shitty in a way, but it trivializes the mechanic so much, it's worth just doing the extra heal. Especially since he's not targetable there anyways. Furby, make sure you shirk solo here so that you don't have
Deer in 5.
Rip.
Deer off.
I'll get all this. Never mind. So immunities after this. And we're going left here.
I will be your.
Okay, just jump.
I feel like after is a bad call. I think like during this Undersea Quake cast, it's already safe to pop it.
If you pop it towards the end of the cast, yes. If you pop it right at the beginning, it won't.
Game on.
Still getting some drop frames, but a lot less.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Alright, remember your immunities and move up. So you're ready for the current. Vibes. Now move back to stack puddles. The initial drop, that is. No, Albus, come back, come back, come back. Guys, stack up. You have to drop these first and then go.
Oh, okay.
And check the current. He's gonna go untargetable so we can get people up there. I would wait to accept.
Well.
East
Deer in 5.
and sub.
Deer off.
Tanks, make sure you provoke. Okay, so whoever gets the line debuff needs to run to the front of the boss and look at the party when it takes off. After that, he's going to break the middle, so split into your left and right sides on the outer edge. So Solo has it. Make sure you're looking at the party when it runs out. And get ready to split left or right, left and right. And check the current, and you're going to go to the safe letter.
Deer in 5.
So my side is D. Stack on the D.
Oh my god. I'm maybe. That tsunami was really fucking cool though.
I left away for a second, didn't see what killed us.
Good friend.
Deer in 5.
Yeah.
Deer off.
Okay, so the way that all plays out is the line AoE knocks everyone back and clears their single target debuff. The one that explodes in a single thing around you. But it doesn't do anything with the donuts, so that's why we're stacking at the markers, because all those donuts are going to go off at once, along with the stack buster. So you all need to be stacked up with your donuts. If somebody's like over here, then that donut is going to cleave everyone.
Who all's on the left?
On the left side, it should be you, Solo, Vala, and Fire.
Cool. I need to move. Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay. Alright.
And like I said, the markers should be safe from the current, so use them as your stack points. After that, he's going to do his second tank buster that Furby needs to have hate for to immunity. And then he'll do the opposite currents.
Why is it dropping so many fucking frames?
So if A was safe for you before, then it will be C for the second one. So you can sort of plan your movement around that. Anyways, onwards.
You go back to back.
How do you got it
New
capped?
adventure.
He does them back to back later.
Hmm.
I usually provoke after the first maelstrom. That way, just to make sure it doesn't creep one way or the other.
Deer in 5.
Remember immunities. And move up. Right side. And go
Deer
back
in
to
5.
stack the initial drop. Spread your puddles. Check the current.
Oh, bollocks.
He's gonna go untargetable, so just keep people up for now.
Deer in 5. Deer
East.
off.
And south.
Oh, the puddles also get heavy.
It's an
Hell of a heavy.
It's an irrelevant heavy. Nothing goes on where you need to move before it wears off. That's why stacking in the middle makes it so easy. Alright, get ready for the tsunami. Make sure you shirk Furby when you can. If Shirk's down, turn off tank stance so that he gains.
He has no drama king stand like second ago.
Deer in 5.
So Vala has the line. You're going to go to the front and look at the party. As soon as it goes
Yeah.
off, we're going to move to our sides. Move to your sides. And check the current. So my side is D. Other side should be A. Right? Furby, there's going to be a tank buster on you. Make sure it's not pointed at us. After this raid wide.
Hello.
I've got the raises. Second current.
Ah! Into my camera.
It's okay, he's done for now. So
Wait
Deer in
before.
5.
raid wide.
Deer off.
That's normal.
So this is just him buffing himself. Every current he does from here on out is going to be doubles. So he, like if he starts out on the right, he's going to cleave the left after. So all you have to do is switch sides after the first one. So tidal wave is the exact same. It's delayed knockback.
Deer in 5.
Timing is the exact same. Immunities and move up front.
Deer off.
Left first. And then switch sides immediately after it goes off. Switch sides.
Whoa.
Alright, I'll go stack up. Spread your puddles.
Okay, damn.
Remember to leave space at the front and back. Check the current. And switch sides.
Oh, I am absolutely.
Deer in 5.
You lived.
So this moves
What's wrong?
Oh, I lived, but there's so much fucking.
Deer off.
Placing your ley lines tactically and ethereal manipulation is your friend.
Right. This maelstrom has 3
Imperial.
charges. The first one is from the north. Second one is from the sides.
The whole.
And third one is the other front and back. So now move to B corner.
Bad timing.
And that's the tank buster you guys would split properly. Quote unquote.
Actually, my limit dead was up at that time. Was the third one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it just got up as soon as it's casted.
Okay.
That's part of starting as black mage. You need to figure out how you can move the least. Minimize the bit of movement you have to do.
So do people have questions?
Hopefully none of that.
Not really.
Because that's 80% of the fight right there.
No, this doesn't seem hard. It's his fucking heads.
Oh, I thought you had to leave in 10 minutes.
I think Febby lives in Central Time.
Oh,
Game on.
Lower the resolution a bit, see if that helps with the drop frames.
we'll just end at 3:30 then. Here I was trying to pack everything quickly so Furby can learn as much as possible.
Let's see Enrage today.
There is one mechanic that takes some learning, so I don't think that'll happen. If it wasn't for that mechanic, I would say we could do it.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
So yeah, if we go into the maelstroms with everybody alive, just cheese that shit. Because it's so much more dangerous when you're running off to the side trying to avoid puddles if you get caught out in a bad spot.
Okay, game.
Check current. Doing my one job. Check the current.
Oh, I had that back.
Deer in 5.
I'll get him.
I need
Deal.
to be up front for the currents. It sucks.
You can be in the back too. So just
Yeah, but
stand
I
here in
get-
the middle. Stand
Yeah,
here
I
in the
get-
middle. Focus on this. Move a little to the right. And then move a little forward. Mechanic complete. What do you get, Elvis?
I get Flourish comes off cooldown during that, so otherwise I won't be able to hit both my AoE flourishes before he becomes untargetable.
So one person will get the line debuff. It can be anyone, by the way.
Deer in
So
5.
always be ready for it. It's on solo.
Deer off.
So you can move up front to him so you don't get pushed out of melee range if you want. And go to your sides. Check the current and then go to the safe letter. My side is D, other side should be A. Back up.
Staying for heals. before you're moving out. Yeah, another MP.
Deer in 5.
Oh, fucking auto run phase.
Deer off.
Time to save lilies for their card.
Check currents.
Oh,
Lily there's just medical one, yeah. Because I
I'll get
died.
Sharda once I have MP.
well, I'll try next time. See if kind of word is enough. How to roll for after. So I'll see.
Well, you didn't die by much, so it's just the case. And Vala died too earlier, I think, so he didn't have MP. Right, remember, every current now is buffed.
Deer in 5.
Yeah.
Deer off.
Tidal wave is the exact same, some delay. Remember your immunities and get up front. Left. Switch sides. Now stack the initial puddles. You
Alright, game. I didn't even get one.
can't place it up there.
Deer in 5.
Okay, check currents. Switch
Deer
sides.
off.
I'll get Michael. Keep Kirby up.
Been on dead body.
He's gonna Maelstrom again so we can recover. So again, first one comes from the front. Second one from the sides. Third one is the opposite of the first one. So east,
Deer in 5.
north. And then
Deer
move
off.
west. Right, so Solo should have it here if he's got Living Dead up. Kirby, make sure that you are getting hate. And turn off Tank Stance and Provoke. Kirby, you need to provoke. DPS are getting autoed. Okay, everybody stack at A.
Deer in 5.
This is Pantocrator. One of the tanks is going to get a proximity mark. You run to the back. Everybody else is going to move around his hitbox to the middle point. Just out of the AoEs. Tank break off. We're going all the way over to B. And then switch sides.
That was just my fault. Of fast. Is that the one mechanic you were talking about,
No.
Ina?
No.
Oh good, and the Archmons.
It's not an Arc.
I mean, it's the same concept of stack that hits multiple times.
Arcmorn is
Well,
a
the
tank.
spiders. Very aesthetically pleasing.
Okay, so for that thing there at the end where we wiped, we're all going to stack up at A and we're going to start rotating around his hitbox. As we get to the halfway point, like about there, the tank is going to get marked for one of the tanks at random will get marked for proximity. It can be main tank or off tank. And they're going to have to run to the back, straight back. And he's also going to do a current. So we have to look at which current it is. And we're either going to keep moving over to B, or we're going to curve like under and back towards A. Meanwhile, the tank is going to be going like the opposite of us because he's in the back. So if we were going to B, he'd go to A. And then we'd both be going to the same spot after that for the second current. Let me see if I have a good view of that actually. because it's probably easier to see it than it is to explain it.
Let's see if I can mark drop first fine. No, doesn't. No, it does. Wait, hold on.
Okay, so it's not the best view, but
Maybe because I'm trying to record at the same time.
in that case, the party went to B. The party was going to B, and so as the mark tank, I moved back here, and then we both moved towards A after the first current. Does it sort of make sense to everyone?
More or less.
Yeah. I just need to pay more attention to the file thing myself. For that, thing.
Well, I expected everybody to die there. Just want to make sure that everybody knows the principles of what's going on.
Yeah. So either way, getting to the middle with the party is either going to go up and back to A, then to B, or round to B, then to A.
Yeah.
The tank.
Which is what?
Yeah.
Sorry?
No, never mind. Just the mechanic doesn't concern me, so yeah. The tank thing.
Tank needs to have a bit of HP because it's
Yeah.
sort of a tank buster, but they're basically going the opposite side we are because of how the cleave goes through the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're both heading to the same marker as the second part. And that's going to pulse, I don't know how many times, doing damage, so we can just stay there in the corner. And then after that, it's the second tsunami, and then black smokers, and that's everything.
Game on.
As everything new.
That's basically everything. After the black smokers, he does a bunch of raid wides for about a minute. And then it's the enrage.
It feels like a quicken.
It is. Like I said, it's easier than the other one. It's just he has a higher DPS check.
Ah, I
Five
see the
pulses.
trick for second tsunami. That's a bit messed up.
Alice, you're not supposed to watch the whole video.
Are you getting ahead of the group?
I thought that was the point that we should
No,
watch the-
I just wanted to link that.
I'm ready then. I'm sorry.
The second tsunami has a couple more things to look at, but again, it's the same thing. It all just kind of resolves itself as long as the 3 or 4 people identify themselves.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry. My cousin distracted me.
Dear
Night.
Opt.
Murder.
knockback. Get up front or in the back, whichever you prefer. Check current. Stack up for circles or puddles, whatever you want to call them. Spread AoEs. Sprint. And current.
Yeah, I'm gonna need.
He'll be doing
sprint for
Maelstrom
that.
next.
Probably have to do it legit since Cat is on here.
Yeah.
East and south.
I don't care about your heavy.
That mechanic is the epitome of whenever I say being lazy makes your life easier, to be honest. Because like you could be running all over the place like a headless chicken with how those puddles spawn. Or you can just stand in the middle and take 2 steps.
Oh, I can start it.
Deer in 5.
Okay, so Sharda has the line. You're going to run up front and face the party as it wears off. Go to your sides.
Oh, that? Okay.
Check the current and go to the proper letter. My side is D, other side should be A. Oh, bye guys.
I don't know what's funnier, this or Frey just standing in the middle there like it's nothing.
Alright, make sure Furby has hate for the tank buster after this.
Deer in 5.
Then he's going to do the opposite current.
Deer off.
And then a raid wide. Addle it if you have it up, since people are. Take care of Vala first. Right now he's gonna masturbate.
I mean, is that really what you had to play?
So this is still delayed, remember? Immunities and move either up front or in the back.
Deer off.
Check the current. And switch sides. Back up. Remember not to step in these puddles once they're on the ground. And pop your sprints, get ready for currents. Check the current.
Deer in 5.
Switch sides. Good job. Puddle will go away and it'll be next Maelstrom. Remember, same deal, you can just cheese the fuck out of it. The first one always comes north, second one sides, third one south from the side that wasn't first. So, west,
Deer in
South.
5.
That was a mess.
and now
Deal.
move east. And then get ready for the next tank buster. In theory, Solo has Living Dead for it.
That's just a theory.
Do you have Benediction, Vala?
Yes.
Okay. It's healthy to check this far into the fight. Alright, we're all gonna move over to A.
I don't want to move to A. I have
Right.
cast.
Deer in
I
5.
have cast too.
You're a fucking redneck. Shut up.
Alright, remember
Dear
move
off.
just outside of the AoEs. Tank is gonna split off. Check which one of you gets it. We are going round to A. Sprint if you need to, and switch sides. Mash that healer left leg.
Rip. No.
Tier 3 is healer LB.
Yeah, don't run too far to A. Towards A there. Try and stay towards like halfway between the middle and A, and make sure you have that sprint ready.
You say to not move far. But that was almost as far as everyone, and still got hit by the current.
It locks in earlier.
Hmm.
Remember,
yeah.
if you see yourself with at the same area as the group, if we're moving, since server delay, the group is actually ahead of you.
Latency.
Yeah, that is a thing to get used to if you're not used to raiding.
Yeah.
So like, if you auto follow me for a second, that's the
Easy.
easiest
I'll
way
do
to
it.
demonstrate it.
I'll do
So,
it
like-
because I've got a larger latency.
So like on your end, you're probably like clinging pretty close to me, right?
Relatively.
Look at the difference
On my
between
end-
myself and yourself.
On my end, you're about as far apart as the arena goes when it breaks. So like, that's
I'm as far as Vala, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
In theory, we should be on top of each other, but on our own screens, on my screen, I was dead between you and Ina.
On my screen, you were both on top of each other. So like,
Wait, what?
so yeah. You were both auto following me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're both like falling at the same space.
Local latency.
Game on.
They should, unless follow sets it to server side.
Probably to server side. If I had to guess.
If we're
So
on
yeah,
top of each other.
that's my lesson on for today.
Aye.
You will be questioned after raid.
Too lazy for that shit. Basically, if it looks like you're way ahead of everybody else and everybody else is just being slow, you're doing it right. Tank Buster.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Communities and move up front or back. Check the currents.
How the hell?
I'll raise. Back
Oh,
up.
be my leg.
Got Tetra.
Spread out your ship. Pop your sprints. Check the currents.
Deer in 5.
Group up in the middle. West. And north.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Okay.
What's up?
No. Sorry.
Right, check
Deer
the
in
line.
5.
Fire hazard. You're gonna go to the front, look at the party when it goes off.
Deer off.
And everybody's gonna go to their sides. Check the currents and go to the proper letter. My side is B. Other side should be D? C, sorry. Raid wide, then tank buster.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Second current. Nice side D, other side of A.
Deer in 5.
Remember your
Deer off.
immunities and move front or back. Check the currents. Switch sides. Group up to drop the puddles. Spread these out. Pop your sprints. Currents. Switch sides. I'll get Michael. Focus on the party. Solo has a dot tick.
Wow.
It's gonna be Maelstrom. This is the 3-1. First is north, second is sides, third is whatever the other north was. The east, south, and then
Deer
move
in
back
5.
west.
Deer off.
I'll raise fire. Take care of the party. Tank Buster on solo.
Spam heal, no Benny.
Benediction is down, he says. We're gonna move over to A. Remember when I called a current here, I'm
Deer
calling
in
it for the
5.
party. Tank will need to do the opposite of what I call.
Deer off.
Tank is gonna get marked. We are going B. Keep moving around. Pop your sprints. Go back the other side. I'll raise. Fuck off, Scorch. Where are you?
Ooh,
Deer in
when I
5.
said it's Akamon, I wasn't kidding.
Deer off.
Akmorn only blitz between 2 people.
No, there's been Akamon we had to stack.
Okay,
We're gonna have
alright,
to
instead of Aquan, how about Lunacy then?
It's also just Akamon.
I know, but he's being particular.
Aquarn and Nidhogg is the group pick.
Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, so did you go to the wrong side there, Solo? Or how did you die? Solo?
Game
I'm
on.
sick and tired, ready checking.
What killed you though? Were you on the wrong side or did you just need more HP?
Oh no, I just fucked up on I just went to the wrong side.
Okay.
Alright.
Remember, it'll be the opposite side of what I call.
No, I mean I was standing like right here. Yeah, like I forgot to head one other direction. Oh, too late.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Knockbacks and move either up front or back.
I
I got him.
got my fucking ankle.
Pinky toe, the most vulnerable place of the human body.
Clearly.
Check the current.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Just stop your pinky somewhere and you'll agree.
Right? So first one comes from north, going east, and south. The D quadrant is all safe.
Deer in 5. Deer in 5.
Michael has the line. He's going to move up front and face the
Deer
party.
off.
Go to your sides. Check the current. My side is D. Other side is A. Tank Buster on Furby. Other current.
Got fire.
Deer in 5.
Remember your immunities and move either up front or to the back.
Deer in 5.
Check the currents. Remember to switch sides. And stack up. Spread your circles. Remember to be careful not to step in them. Pop your sprints. Check current. Switch sides. Good job. Second maelstrom. West. South. No, north. North. No, back east.
Deer in 5.
I'll get them out. Take care of
Deer off.
party and stuff.
We're good.
Benediction. Right. Stack on A. Tank is going to break off. We're going to B. Remember, pop your sprint. Switch sides. Stack up, everybody. And we can, there's 2 more raid wides after that. We can just stay here and take care of them. And then move to the middle after. So you're not trying to move and heal. Another one.
Deer in 5.
Right now I can move to the middle.
Deer off.
Okay, so second tsunami. One person is going to get a marker that has arrows pointing outwards. They're going to go to the front and do the same sort of thing, but they don't have to look at the party. After we all get knocked back, the healers and whoever had that mark is going to go... Wait, what? Oh shit. Forgot all about this. Middle.
Wow. This. And we have.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work out. I completely forgot about those circles, sorry.
Deer in
I
5.
got 25 seconds, I think.
Oh, it's fine. Except we don't know what we're doing.
Deer off.
I killed the party.
I think I've got a voice. Oh.
Oh.
I had arrows now with the front, so almost like.
If I did the healer.
Smash that healer line break if you're still up there.
One toe slipped off the edge.
That's usually
Okay.
what it is.
Okay, I'll wait till Michael's back.
The fight not that bad, actually.
No, mechanically it's really easy. It's just it has. Oh, okay. Mechanically it's really easy. It's just it has a much higher enrage than the previous 2. Okay, so those puddles that I forgot about, we're gonna place them on the outside of the arena, out here where he's breaking, so that they're out of the way. Same deal. We'll stack in the middle first, and then split to our sides. The second tsunami. So there's some new markers. One of them is going to get, it's like arrows pointing outwards. It's the same thing you get in normal mode that shows on the ground. They're going to move to the front. Everybody's going to go stand in front of them and get knocked backwards. And then there's going to be 2 stack markers that go out. So one of them is on a healer and the other is on a tank. Or not a tank, DPS. So the way we're going to split it up is the healers are both going to stack on the left with the DPS that had the knockback thing. Okay. So both healers on the left, plus whoever just knocked everybody back. The other 3 DPS will stack on the right. The 2 tanks need to move up front. Like all the way up there. Now there are 2 other debuffs that people need to identify here, which they look sort of like a cone. Did you guys see them?
Voice.
Yeah,
What I thought was.
Yeah, it's like voice. So these shoots, what they do is they shoot a cone at the farthest player from you. So you need to make sure you're standing, when you're doing the stacks on either side, you need to make sure you're standing in front of the other people in your stack. And that's going to cleave both tanks. One of them is on a healer and the other is on DPS as well. That's why we have that DPS that already resolved their mechanic go with the healers. You guys still with me?
Yeah.
Sort of.
So knockback person goes up front, knocks everybody back, stack groups. And then flashlight people step in front of the group and cleave the tanks. And after that, there's going to be 2 line debuffs that go off. So the first one will be the DPS line. They're going to do the same thing. Go stand at the front, pause, face the party, knock everybody back. The second one is on a tank. So that tank is going to make sure they're behind the rest of the party. So you just get bumped forward and then immediately get bumped back forward. Get bumped backwards, sorry. And then get bumped back forward. It's like a big white circle as a debuff. And that does like a giant cleave on Tank Buster cleave, which it hits like 75% of the arena or some shit. So what you need to do is you have to make sure you're all the way in the back here by moving behind the tank line person. So like the line debuff would be the DPS line debuff would be up there where the 1 is. Then the party could be like where 2 is. Then the line tank would want to be where 1 is. So the party is sandwiched between the lines. But then the big circle tank is going to want to be...
Nah, I say practice.
Oh, practice, sorry.
Yeah.
I think the video I linked, I had the big debuff.
I'm looking at that bit now.
It's at, I think, 740. The tsunami goes out. So you can see the Dragoon had the initial knockback. Then we're splitting into our groups. Tanks are moving up front. They get cleaved. Then we line up. Oh, I had the line. So we line up the first line person, then the rest of the party, then the line tank, and then the explosion tank. And then it's double currents after that.
Game on.
So it's one of sorry. It's one of those mechanics that it looks and sounds like a lot, but really you're just looking for one.
It sounds like a lot, isn't it?
So like as a DPS, you can either get that initial knockback, the line, or the flash. Those are the only 3 you need to care about.
I'm ready.
But after all that, there's only the one mechanic.
Dear E5.
Immunity and move up front or in the back. Current. Turn. I'll get him.
Dear E5.
Check north.
Deer
Going
off.
west. Side. North. Check for the line debuff.
Deer in 5.
Sun Sharda.
Deer off.
Make sure you face the party. Ooh. We can just jump. We'll all explode to be single target.
I had Swiftcast to do that, but it just didn't turn around.
It's all good. Probably have 1 or 2 more before Furby has to go.
Game on.
Vala, you got the oil, right?
Yes.
You too? Okay.
My Visifin upgraded if you want to take that off. I don't know if you've been tracking. There.
Yeah. So far, at least. 2 more weeks and everything is chaos because people start buying stuff with pages.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Remember immunities and front or back. Check the current. Spread your circles. Sharda, if you want for that very first one, you can just stay up front after the current. Since there's no puddle. Just remember, you can only do it for that one.
That's better than nothing.
East and north. I didn't say it earlier because I didn't want you getting the habit.
Deer in
to
5.
Tell the others.
Deer off.
Albus, if you have to be up
Deer
front,
in
you might
5.
consider swapping. Check for the line.
Deer
Sunfire.
off.
Just so that you're not having to run the entire arena.
Yeah. Can talk about that next week.
Check
Now
the
it
current.
doesn't matter too much.
Check the current.
Stay in, stay in.
Deer in 5.
Current. The other one.
So
I'll raise.
cool.
I'll raise Vala. Take care of the party.
I got my toe wet.
You got shirt.
Deer in 5.
Communities.
Deer
and
in
remember
5.
move up front. Or through that.
Deer off.
Check the current. Remember he's going to do 2. Switch sides. Like, remember you can't stay up front for this one. Spread your puddles. And pop your sprints. Check the current. Second.
This is better than the fucking like just one of the best things they have.
Be careful of the puddles. That dog tick is really nasty,
Yeah.
Deer in 5.
even on a tank. Right, so check north first.
Deer off.
Going west. South. And then back east. Too early. I'll raise. I'll be raid wide and then tank cluster. Should be living dead.
When you're ready.
I'm gonna move over to A. Tank will break off. We're going to B. Pop your sprint. And switch sides.
If it would actually pop.
Sprint is kind of a bitch that way. Right, stay stacked up. Just 2 raid wides. Right, we can move back to the middle now. We're gonna drop a bunch of puddles and then we're gonna bait puddles, sorry. And then we're gonna drop the spawning puddles on
Deer
the
in
outside.
5.
Aldous, middle. So get ready to
Deer
drop
off.
the puddles in your group on the outside of the arena. Don't drop them in. Middle. Okay, get ready for a second tsunami. The first person that needs to identify themselves is the knockback person, which is the arrows pointing outwards. I have a cattail blocking my party list. It is fire.
Fire.
Move front and center. Remember, Fire and Healer is on the left, everybody else on the right. Check for flashlights, make sure they move in front.
Deer in 5.
So the knockback is the arrows pointing out.
Yeah,
Deer off.
Quote unquote flashlights with arrows pointing in.
Mash that healer won't break. The flashlight is like a cone. The arrows pointing in is
I
down.
was. Oh, okay. I had that confused with.
We had 2 stacks on the right,
Out.
though. So that's why we
Yeah,
died.
that was exactly.
Do you have time for one more Furby or? You gotta get ready to head out.
Game on.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Immunity and move Hunter back. Check the current. So feel free to just sit in this corner, since there's no puddles getting dropped beyond the initial hit. Check the current. March out.
Deer in 5.
East and south.
Deer off.
Don't wanna run too far into a corner.
Yeah, dodging the puddles is seriously more dangerous than just eating the puddles. Check for the line debuff. It's on Elvis. Move to your side. Check the current. My side is B.
I have more health than that.
Deer in 5.
I got him.
Uh-oh.
Deer off.
Current. My side B. Oh, I lied. Go to D.
Huh.
Sorry.
You can probably jump off.
Everyone do one more, yeah, jump. Since timer.
Game on.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Immunities and move front or back. Turn.
I'm just gonna go up front here for the first one.
Turn. Yeah, everybody can go more or less wherever they're, just don't encroach on someone else's territory. Because they might be counting on that spot to be free. Flyers taking autos.
Deer in 5.
West
Deer off.
and south.
Deer in 5.
Solo has the line. Make sure you face the party when it
Deer
goes
off.
off. And go to your sides. Current, my side is D.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Current. Is the B slightly off? Or the C, sorry?
No, it was not far back enough.
Weird.
Deer in 5.
Given the angle, I would have been the one.
Deer
that
off.
did it.
Remember your immunities in front or back. Turn. He's gonna go twice. Move sides. Everybody actually has to go to their homes for this one.
Come on, be nice.
Pop your sprints.
Be nice. Here, cut.
Switch sides. Good job.
I love. Knock.
East. North. Then back west.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Tank buster.
We're good.
We move over to A. Start rotating around. Tank split off. We're going to B. Sprint. And switch sides.
Deer in 5. Deer off.
Another raid wide. Stack up in the middle to bait your shit. Remember, for the second tsunami, after the first knockback people, the healers are going to stack to the left/west. The 3 DPS that still have debuffs will stack the east. You're not going to be able to go there, Albus,
Okay.
because you're focusing tank and melee. Alright, Fire has the knockback. So follow him up, make sure you're behind him. Split to groups, healers left. Flashlight.
Oh.
Mine.
Oh. I'm bad, sorry.
Tank.
I don't
get
get the
all the way.
I don't get the one.
Deer in
I just
5.
address it.
Almost.
Does
Yeah.
okay.
There's only 3 in the left stack then.
There's only going to be 3 in both stack.
Healers left, yes.
Yeah, I had healers left, sorry. I'm not sure what other groups do. The tanks aren't in the stack, they're up front doing their thing, so the tank should also use one of their mitigations there. Either Heart or Messenger.
Question.
Yeah?
What are line people?
The line people?
Yeah.
What do you do?
So like
The
Person with
DPS
the
will
knockback.
be in front and knock everyone back, and then the second line is the tank. One of the tanks who will knock everybody but the other tank back.
Yeah, the DPS line is basically just doing the exact same thing they do at the first line.